Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on last year's national champions, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty.
On the double.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little space. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He makes a grab. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the goal line. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games.
He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you could tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gives it on the option. Across the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Coming out with it, it's Murray. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This quarterback feels like he's spiraling a little bit right now. Of course, he threw the pick on the last drive. That last throw should have been picked up. Thanks to the defender dropping it, the offense is still on the field. And if you're this quarterback, you've got to settle yourself down. You better do it quickly.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Quick handoff. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Crosses the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot. You
immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Grab near the sticks, it's Mendoza. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's
got some space. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Husker. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that's not exactly the most advantageous situation as the ball is spotted at their own 40-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Working that left side now. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Finds a spot in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Huskers have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. No.
Touchdown, Nebraska! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Quickly to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. There he goes. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Leaves it with the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line.
22 water, 22.
Off the play fake on first down. He's got the tight end, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Trojans want to crank the tempo. From the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Trying to breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the a good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
This time it's complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Wide open downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Murray. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Connection to the right. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Brings up 2nd down.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the left side. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged out of the air. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front seven. They're able to fight off the blocks on that third down screen play, make the tackle, now setting up fourth down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Murray. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Rides the back on the option to give. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Makes the catch. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He's looking to pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The running back has it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now on the counter. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Creates a little space. Turning it on. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the back. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Wilkins. Oh, he's got some space. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Galladay.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Oh, what a move to get open. Made him miss again. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After losing yardage on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Sweet cut there. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle, and that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for room, it's Murray. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds the big tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.